Hey polish friends, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer. If you're new here, hi, my name is Caroline and I love nail polish, and in today's video we are doing part 3 of my winter nail polish rack. So today we're sharing all Zoya nail polishes. This is 20 Zoya nail polishes. We'll see if I end up adding all of these to my rack, but I would really like to wear all of these. I in fact had to whittle it down because I had way more purples, as I'm sure no one is surprised by, in my Zoya selection, as well as a couple more in the like tealy green family, but I was trying to narrow it down and I got down to 20. So we'll go ahead and take a look at these. I thought they would all be really beautiful for the winter season. Let's start with this beautiful white frosty polish here. This one is Aspen. This one, as the bottle would suggest, is going to dry in a beautiful matte finish. This is it in 2 coats. I love the finish on this. It has a tiny bit of a texture-like finish on it. It's not actually textured. It's not like they're pixie dust by any means, but it has a really beautiful, almost leather-like texture on it, and I really think it's beautiful. What, honey? Yeah, I see you. Yeah. Willa has been especially chatty lately. And this is also very unique in my collection. I will still have a all white nail polish for winter video coming up here soon, but I wanted to include this in the Zoyas because it is very unique in my white selections for this season, and it is a Zoya, so I wanted to include it in here as well. But it's a really gorgeous color. Cannot wait to try this. This was one that I picked out specifically for the winter season, and I'm really excited to get this one on my nails. So that one was Aspen. Next up we have one of their pixie dust. I actually picked a lot of these out for my winter rack. This particular one is called Cosmo, and it is their silver holographic in their pixie dust formula. And this one is really beautiful and so shiny and sparkly. I love all the different sizes of the holographic glitter in here. And this is it in 2 coats. I mean, just look how wintry that looks. I know, I hear you. What? Now, I would assume that if you wanted to smooth these out so that you would have the glossy look that they have in the bottle, you would probably be better off using a glitter smoothing top coat and then a top coat on top of that, because these are rather thirsty. I know I had somewhat of a similar style of textured polish from L'Oreal years ago, and I probably coated that thing with 5 different layers of top coat, and it just drank them all. Like, it was like I hadn't put anything on it. So if these are anything like those, I would think a glitter smoothing top coat would help tremendously. But I really like the texture of this. I think it's really fun, and I don't think I have tried any of these pixie dust formulas yet, even though I have picked up quite a few of them. This one in particular just looks so very wintry and really fun. So this one again was Cosmo. Next up, we've got a really beautiful cream. This one is called Eastyn, and I thought that this one would be a really beautiful neutral for the winter season. My winter rack last year was full of colors like this, very soft, pale, neutral colors, and I wanted to have at least a few of these in this winter rack to sort of give myself a color break from some of the deeper jewel tones and all of the sparkly glitters, and just to do a side-by-side comparison between this and another color that I already have on my rack. This is Eastyn compared to the China Glaze that I put on my rack from my China Glaze video. That one again was head to taupe, and as you can see they are different. Head to taupe is a lot darker. Eastyn is a slightly lighter shade. Here's how that one looks in 2 coats. It has that pinch of purple that I really love in these shades, but it's still a beautiful neutral. It's got a slightly dusty tone and just very wintry look altogether. I really like this one. I love this type of color for a lot of different seasons. I would pull these out in the fall as well as the spring, and it is a really beautiful formula. That was it in just 2 coats, and I think that most people would be able to use it in 2 coats. So that was Eastyn. Next up is another one of their pixie dusts. This time, this one is Tilly. This is another beautiful holographic, but this one also has some like metallic flakies or micro glitters in it. So there's a holographic, almost like blue glitter that is the larger particle, and then the rest of it is this metallic flaky or glitter in a very, very light lilac. Compared to a silver, it's definitely going to look lilac. Comparison to another one that I had somewhat similar to this in my previous video, it would be this one by China Glaze called Slay Your Line, sort of a metallic in the lilac family. This one by Zoya is a bit more on the pale side. There's a bit more of a pinch of purple in the one from China Glaze. And here's how this one looks in 2 coats. Really fun and beautiful, and I love the little sparkles and speckled look that you get from the holographic glitter in this one. I like that you have 2 different colors of components in here. I think that looks really beautiful and frosty. Again, very wintry, so very excited to try this one. And again, just look at it in the bottle. I might try a nail of this maybe in a glossed up version. Like I said, I would definitely be using a glitter smoothing top coat, but another gorgeous one by Zoya, and that one was Tilly. Moving on to our purples, and as you can see, I have quite a few of them. This first one is called Areetha, and I believe this is an older polish. I did get this in either a mystery bag or a Goodwill bag, and it is a beautiful wintry color. It is a slightly metallic or even pearl-like finish. Yeah, I would probably go with pearl-like. Look at that sheen. It's very beautiful. This is it in 2 coats. You do have to be a little bit careful about the brush strokes on this one, but I think the color of it is definitely worth it. It's really beautiful, and while the pearl finish on it might lean a bit silver, it's definitely a purple. It's absolutely gorgeous, and again, that pearl finish on it reminds me of winter scenes, so another gorgeous one that I thought would be perfect for this season. And again, that one was Areetha. Next up is another cream. You'll hear me talk about this color family quite a lot. This one is Avi, and I absolutely love these dusty, mauvey, grayed out purples. I absolutely love them. I have them from every single brand that I can find them in, and one of these days I will have to come back and do a side-by-side comparison between them all. But as you can see, I mean, I technically even consider this part of the same family because it is a grayed out purple. Compared to Avi, it's very much a taupe, but again, when you have Eastyn on the nail, it's got that pinch of purple, so I sort of put them in the same family even though they aren't anything alike. But the point is I love these colors, and this one is another absolutely beautiful formula. It is a cream. Here's how it looks in 2 coats. It is gorgeous. I like to describe these as the color of grape bubblegum after it's been chewed, if that makes any sense. This one's obviously one of the darker ones in this color family, but it is gorgeous. And again, the formula on this one is really nice. I would love to try this with the wider brush because I don't think I have those on any of my bottles, but another beautiful color. And again, that one was Avi. Moving on to a different formula, this one is one of their scattered holographics called Finley, and this one I am really excited to put on my nails. I have been absolutely loving these scattered holographic finishes from every single brand. Indies do them beautifully. I have a really beautiful one from Lights Lacquer, and I have yet to try this one. So I really want to get this one on my nails. Obviously it's a purple, so you know I've got to love it. And here's how it looks in 2 coats. I think this one is so juicy on the nail. I love this scattered look. Those little holographic bits are so beautiful. They are definitely one of my favorite components in a nail polish lately. This particular tone of purple might be a little bit on the brighter side compared to some of the other deeper tones, but it is still in that jeweled family that I think is really beautiful in the winter time, and I really, again, can't wait to put this one on my nails. So that one was Finley. Next up is a beautiful shimmer polish. This one is Yasmeen, and again, this is an older polish. I got this in I believe a mystery Goodwill bag, and it is so gorgeous.
I don't know if much of that is going to come across on camera, but look at that shimmer. It is a beautiful shimmer polish. The tone of purple on this is absolutely gorgeous. And then you have the warm tones of the orange and gold popping through. Here's how this one looks in 2 coats. It is gorgeous. That warm shimmer in there is just stunning. Though I'd be curious to see if this one was still available. I might have to check on that. But it is an absolutely gorgeous shade. So if you have this in your collection, now would be a perfect time to pull that out and wear it. And again, that one was Yasmeen. Next up is another beautiful jewel toned purple. This one is Belinda, and this is a beautiful rich purple. It is also a shimmer polish, but just to compare it to Yasmeen, you definitely have a different type of shimmer throughout it. Yasmeen is more of a berry tone, whereas Belinda is more of a rich amethyst color. And the shimmer particles in this one have a bit of pink in them, but the overall effect is still a very rich jewel-like purple.
Yeah, I know. What?
And here's how this one looks in 2 coats. As you can see side by side to Yasmeen, they are definitely different, again with the different types of shimmers that they have in it. This is it in 2 coats, and it's absolutely beautiful. Nice and dark and almost vampy on the nail. Love this sort of shade in general, but especially for the fall and winter season. And again, that one was Belinda. Next up, we've got another specialty finish, this time in their matte velvet, and this one is Savita. This is a beautiful purple, and it's going to be hard to see in the bottle, but here's how it looks in 2 coats. Again, I'm loving this matte finish that Zoya has. It's kind of leathery in how it looks as opposed to just like a chalkboard, so I really like how that looks. This one is, again, a gorgeous color, and the matte finish on this definitely reminds me of the winter season. So another one that I'm really excited to try. I don't think I've actually worn one of their matte finishes before, as well as their pixies, so I'm in for a lot of new experiences with Zoya this season, but that again was Savita. Now we're moving into our blues. This first one I thought was a perfect winter blue, and this one is Saint. This is a like darkened sky blue, and it's got shifting shimmer. The shimmer in this one goes from pink to green, maybe even a little bit of gold. And here's how it looks on the nail in 2 coats. It's a beautiful and saturated color, and I love how this one looks on the nail. I think this one would be beautiful to do some stamping over, or maybe a glitter topper. Very beautiful color though, and again the tone of this I thought would be absolutely beautiful for winter. And again, that one was Saint. Next up, we've got a dustier tone of blue. This one is Aire, and this is beautiful. This sort of dusty tone is again just sort of my comfort zone. I love these sort of colors. Here's how it looks in 2 coats. This is definitely one I want to get on my nails. I absolutely love this. It's creamy and rich. I love the dusty nature of it. It's a beautiful sort of almost denim-y cornflower. It's not quite periwinkle, but it is definitely different than your standard blue, as you can see compared. It's got maybe a little bit of gray and just a pinch of purple, just a tiny little bit, but I love colors like that, so I cannot wait to try this one. And that one again was Aire. Next up is a classic. I'm sure most of you have this in your collection and probably have worn it a bazillion times. I somehow have not. This one is Zoya's Dream, and I cannot wait to get this on my nails. Again, this is in their scattered holographic formula, and I'm really loving that finish lately, so I definitely want to get this on my nails. I don't actually remember if I've worn this in the last year or not, but in any case, cannot wait to try this one. It is absolutely gorgeous. A beautiful deep sapphire blue. Here's how it looks in 2 coats. This again is just absolutely gorgeous on the nail. Cannot wait to try this, and I might have to try it matte. See how that one looks. That again was Dream. Next we're going for a very icy sort of blue-green or aqua. This one is Fisher. This one is another of their specialty finishes, and I mean, just how much more wintry can you get than this? It is such an icy color, and then you've got that glass fleck in a greenish gold. It's really, really beautiful. This one did turn out a bit lighter than I was expecting it to be, but on the nail you can still tell that it is a very, very light blue, and then that glass fleck definitely shows up in a beautiful glimmer. Again, very wintry. I mean, just look at that. Maybe with some white stamping over it, some snowflakes or something. Very beautiful. I might have to try one of the white toppers that I have. This one. I think that could look really, really cute. This one is Gotaluvpolish iocane powder. It's got a lot of different sizes of matte white glitters, as well as some semi-translucent white glitters, and maybe even some tiny iridescent micro shimmer in there or something. I think that could be a really cute combination. But in any case, that was Zoya's Fisher. And then last in our blues, well, almost last in our blues, is this teal called Lou, and this is, well, it's a beautiful teal cream. Here it is in 2 coats. I thought that this color would be absolutely beautiful for winter. This would have also been a beautiful color for the fall. And again, you could do this one with some beautiful glitter toppers or stamping. I have yet to really get into the stamping, but I think this could look really beautiful. And again, that one was Lou. Last up in our greenish blues is this one called Feifei, and this is a really difficult one to describe. It's kind of a murky midnight blue shimmer. Then you've got a glass fleck that is green, and then there's some other particles in here that are pink. It is very unique to my collection, even among the indie polishes that I have. And it's beautiful for the season. I mean, look how metallic and shiny it is. On the nail, I don't think I put this with a fresh top coat on it, but I would be curious to see if this looks more metallic on the nail than it is currently coming across. But it is absolutely gorgeous and very, very wintry with that golden glimmer in it. So another beautiful one that I thought would be perfect for winter. And again, that one was Feifei. And I will mention a close runner-up was this one here, just to show you a side-by-side comparison between Feifei and Hazel. I had both of them on my rack, but I decided that I didn't need both of them because they are very similar, except that Feifei is a bit darker and bluer, whereas Hazel, by comparison, is a little bit more like a metallic seafoam green. But that's another runner-up, so if you have Hazel in your collection, that would be another beautiful one for the season as well. Next up, we've got the gray that I pulled from my Zoya collection. This one is called Marina, and I thought that this one would be perfect for the winter season. When I was going over the trends for this winter, gray was definitely one of the ones that was suggested, and this particular one has a really beautiful shimmer going throughout it, a little bit of a silver glint there. Here's how this one looks in 2 coats. The shimmer basically adds a bit of depth to the nail, and I love grays for winter. This is a deeper tone than some of the other ones that I have in my nail polish rack, so I thought that this would be a beautiful companion to a lot of the toppers that I have, the other shimmer polishes, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful gray. So that again was Marina. Then we've got one of the toppers from Zoya. This one is quite flashy. This one is called Kaede. And this is so fun and unique. I had to get this on, I think it was my last Zoya order in 2021, I believe. So this has these huge holographic silver shards. Then it also has this like translucent gold flaky in it, as well as some smaller gold holographic pieces in it as well. So here's how it looks. This is just in 1 coat. Since it is a topper, I did leave it at just the 1 coat, but as you can see, you definitely get a good amount of glitter out on the nail, or flakies I should say. And I really like the little golden flecks that are in here. Like I said, they are a bit on the translucent side, and they're a nice match to the larger holographic shards that are in here. And this is another one that's really unique to my collection. I don't have anything like this even from an indie. So that again was Kaede, at least I think that's how you pronounce that one. Now we've got a couple of reds. This first one is also in the Pixie Dust formula, and this one is Oswin. This one is a beautiful glitter bomb. It's got a slight jelly formula to it, and then you've got all of these red glitters. It's beautiful in the bottle, and here's how it looks dried in 2 coats. I mean, just look at that texture. It looks like a raw ruby. I absolutely love this one. I think this is so beautiful. I love how the glitter glimmers on the nail. And again, if you wanted to wear these not pixie dust but shiny, I would definitely recommend a glitter smoothing top coat. I will have to give that a try and get back to you guys about how that works out. But like I said, I did try a similar formula from a L'Oreal, and top coats, just regular ones, did not work at all. But this one, I really like how it looks in the Pixie Dust formula. I think that is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous red there. So that, again, was Oswin. And then the last red that I have from Zoya in my winter nail polish rack is this one called Blair. This is a beautiful deep red. You also have a bit of a golden to orange shimmer in here. This looks so beautiful. This was another one that I almost pulled for my fall rack, but it works equally in the winter. A beautiful jewel tone red, or sort of like a red velvet, almost leaning burgundy. So beautiful and rich. This is another one that I'm really excited to get on my nails. I'm not the biggest red fan, but tones like this in the deeper garnet color or burgundy or oxblood are so far my favorites to wear in this red color family. So I'm really excited to get this one on my nails. It's absolutely beautiful. So that again was Blair. And there you have it. Those are the 20 Zoyas that I chose for my winter 2022 nail polish rack. Let me know down below which ones are your favorites, or if you have any other winter polish that you'd like to pull out from Zoya for this season. Also make sure to hit that little subscribe button down below. That way you won't miss out on any of my new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in that next one.